China doesn't like tariffs either. They are using the word war, legit, like, let's do this. Breaking news, because I don't want to get a word wrong, China warns it's ready for any type of war. As Trump's tariff go into effect, they will fight until the end. And that's not the only thing. We have politicians losing their minds. I know they're going to jail, but they are absolutely not backing down. I mean, do you know how much it costs to feed an immigrant? And telling these politicians, you have to stop giving these illegals money and housing them and taking care of them. And they won't listen. It's like trying to argue with a 13-year-old teenage girl to clean. You got to clean your room. And it's been 3 years.
Let me proceed. Data from Texas shows that U.S.-born Americans commit more rape and murder than immigrants.
Listen, this trend of you all trying to get thrown out of committee so you can get on MSNBC is going to end. We're not going to put up with it.
This is my procedural right as a member of this committee.
You can go with Mr. Frost and Mr. Green.
I'm reclaiming my time.
That's what you want. No. Ms. Presley, I have been very accommodating to you. Mr. Superjohn, start the clock.
Umbrage as a survivor of sexual violence. I will enter into the record. This is my right.
Well, that escalated rather quickly. It's like they're bringing so much energy. I feel like I need to bring mine down. Also, in this video, I'm going to say things that I have never said before. And if for some reason you decide to share this video and it is no longer there, that's because YouTube took it down. Also, we have breaking news coming out of the Supreme Court, which Donald Trump appointed. So I'm going to blame him on this one. Also, gentlemen, 2 things that's important. 1, pick a really good Supreme Court justice. 2, pick a good wife. Just ask Bill Clinton. But Trump came in and goes, stop this money, this USAID fraud, $2 billion. Supreme Court's like, nah, they can have it. And then the Democrats, they all have all these criminals, and they're like, let's turn them over. And they're like, we're not giving them up. And you should hear what Trudeau is saying. So in this episode, as the world burns, I hope you have your popcorn ready. Oh, and remember this guy, wait, listen. What you saying? Oh, he's saying, America, you can eat a big bag of rhymes with Ricks. You know that whole, oh, we're going to sign the deal, right? That's what Trump said yesterday. We got it signed. Everything's good. Well, shocker. You know the mineral rights? Which I said in 2 videos ago, and then last night you're like, oh, Bravo's wrong. Just like any woman or dictator, he changed his mind. Right, ladies? You can change your mind. Zelensky has changed his mind. They're not going to negotiate, so bring on the more war. Boy, I bet. Oh, you subscribed. Thank you so much. So many people don't like me talking about this stuff. People just want me talking about the stock market, but there's so much more. Guys, while Schumer is making so much money and Nancy Pelosi so much money, come on, show you how to do it. You take my futures course, which you got an hour left. Just click get access. Only the smartest people in the world. Then you go, oh my gosh, my account went up 132%. So I got 3 videos left. Price goes up to $299 and then $1,000. But let me talk about this stuff. Big, huge dudes. This right here. You see big, huge dude? Now politicians, unanimous. But if it's unanimously, I screw up the word. But I got it right this time. So excited for myself. They're like, yes, we should have 9'5", 400-pound men in sports on a woman's team. Let me talk. I mean, I got 6 girls. Look at this. Look at this. Easy. Throw her on the ground. Just slap that in there. I think there was 3 severe injuries in this match. And then I'm sorry. I am in the way. 3, they had to stop the game. And Democrats are like, no, this is more big dudes and more trans mice. Did you guys catch that last night? That was a shat show. And then they're like, hey, and then there's this boy, he survived cancer. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, this is the sweetest thing ever. And Democrats just sat. Like Musk steals, richest man in the world. Needs to steal nothing. And I even had her. I said this one right there. She would be holding up signs. Nailed it. It's like this child has survived cancer. And what sign do you hold up? I wouldn't go with that one. And also, before they all went in there to hold up their signs, they're all in pink. And you got to listen to it. Actually, this is where they spoke the truth. Listen.
You don't care about this country, and that is unacceptable if you claim to be the president of the United States. So we are here. We are not going anywhere. We are going to continue to fight back, and we are going to continue to speak lies to his truth.
Hey, let me rewind this.
We're going to continue to fight back, and we are going to continue to speak lies to
Yes, you will. And this one's like, I don't know, maybe.
his truth, to
Yeah, I
his
think that's
stealing,
okay.
and to his cheating.
Yeah, let's just...
Thank you.
Yeah. Just to have a little recap of the last 43 days, Democrats voted to keep dudes and women's sports. I support that. Okay. Only if they're on my team. Voted against tax cuts. Yeah, I'm not going to go with that. Tried to block Doge from cutting fraud. How are they, like, why? Why are still 45%, 50% of the people, like, yes, sued to stop deporting illegals. Well, if you like it so much, go. I'm sure the borders are wide open the other way. Sued to stop actively promoting World War III. These people are insane. Now China is like, let's do this. Legit. China is now saying, let's do the war thing. You want a tariff? I'll give you a war. Guess we can't have tariffs, right, Trudeau? And if you're like, oh, that's Trudeau, what about the Premier of Canada? Listen, this guy's cutting you off from electricity. Listen in.
Try to annihilate Ontario. I will do everything, including cut off their energy, with a smile on my face.
Tough words from the friendly Canadians there. How much pain?
Tough words. So it is all going down. And I guess, like, this tariff thing, not a good idea. I mean, people be mad. And all Trump's saying is like, we'll just, you 50, us 50. And I guess they can't say, well, this isn't fair. Also, this just in, breaking news.
A judge's order that could force the Trump administration to resume foreign aid payments. A lot of this has to do with USAID, and Shannon Bream is on that. Shannon, what happened?
Okay, so this is one of the very first things from this term to make it fully to some kind of decision from the U.S. Supreme Court. And this is about foreign aid that was ordered to be paid out by a lower court judge. There were groups who take in USAID money, and they had gone and said, listen, this freeze is harming us. And they went to the district court judge, that lower court level, and he said, yes, the government has to pay this out. It went through the appeals, got to the Supreme Court. They, by a 5-4 vote today, say they won't put that judge's order on hold. But they've told that lower court, now you need to explain to the Trump administration exactly what money you want them to pay out. The dissenters, led by Justice Alito, also with Thomas, Gorsuch, and Kavanaugh, which means that Chief Justice Roberts and Justice Barrett did side with the Democrat appointees on the court. They've said they're dissenting. And let me read you a little bit of this. They say the court makes a most unfortunate misstep that rewards an act of judicial hubris and imposes a $2 billion penalty on American taxpayers.
And hold on just a second. I'm always here. I'm listening. Can we listen to this one more time?
Unfortunate misstep that rewards an act of judicial hubris and imposes a $2 billion penalty on American taxpayers.
It's a $2 billion penalty on us as taxpayers. Hold on, because I need you to chime in the comments section.
They say the relief that's been ordered to pay this money out is an extreme response. It says a federal court has many...
Okay, so it's an extreme response. Please, in the comments section, maybe I'm missing something here. So it's going to be a burden to us if we're like, no, we're going to keep the money and not give it to foreigners. I mean, there's so many things I hear. Cutting taxes, that's going to hurt the American people. Or finding $2 billion of fraud that was probably going to Nancy Pelosi. Who knows where this money is going? Hold on. More breaking news.
Doge recovered $1.9 billion in HUD money.
Mr. Secretary, you know that $2 billion? Can't seem to find it.
And he's found, I believe, almost $1.9 billion that was misplaced.
Doge, they're finding funds. It successfully recovered $1.9 billion in taxpayer funds reportedly misplaced.
The latest incredible amount of money missing, $1.9 billion of HUD money, was just recovered after being misplaced during the Biden administration.
In just 1 week, the Department of Housing and Urban Development, Doge Task Force, uncovered $1.9 billion in misplaced, close quotes, funds, and started cutting $260 million in wasteful conduct.
So call me crazy. I'm going to go with this is a good thing. No, this is terrible for the American people. No, you can give it to the people. Well, that would cause inflation. And they're already burdened enough by chickens. And I truly feel like I am living in an episode of South Park. I mean, right now, we have criminals. They're like killing people. And then in these cities like Chicago, they're like, wow, He kills so many people. We have him, but we're not turning him over. Before, they're like, we have him, release him. Release him again. Now our government's like, turn him over. They're like, no, we're not going to do it. It's like, turn these people over. Okay. People are bad, okay? Actually, you know what? YouTube's probably going to ban this video. And I wish I wasn't joking because they timestamp it. They're like, video had to be removed because of the cartoon knife. Also, if a video ever goes out late, you're like, where did Bravo die? He's posted a video every day for 5 years. Click subscribe, click like, click share. I work every single day. When they shelve it, I have to redo the video. But let's listen into them not giving up the criminals. Come on, Johnson. Come on, Big Johnson.
Under Chicago law, would you turn this criminal over to ICE on a detainer?
Our local law enforcement works hard every day to get criminals off the streets of Chicago.
Would you turn that criminal over to ICE? That's the problem. That's one of the topics of this conversation. That's one of the problems we've heard from Tom Hammond and from the Homeland Security is that in your cities, when someone's apprehended for a crime and ICE is now with this new federal policy wanting to come in and deport the criminal alien, that you will not cooperate with ICE. Will you turn that criminal over to ICE?
And we do not harbor criminals. Our local police department works hard every single day to ensure that the city of Chicago is
yes
safe.
Or no? Will you turn the criminal over to ICE?
Oh, but it's so frustrating watching them. Not these guys. This is frustrating too. I'll show you this. This just blew me away. She rolled her eyes. I had to find. I was watching them like, did she just really roll? They're like, he has brain. Oh, please. Everyone has brain cancer. But here, let's see if I caught it.
2018, DJ was diagnosed with brain cancer. The doctors gave him 5 months at most to live. That was more than 6 years ago.
Oh. Here we are. It's the pink shirts and the eye rolls and the face palm. I can't even make this stuff up. I will rewind it just so we get the right. So you're like, that's fake news. Yep, that was it. So while she's eye rolling a kid, oh, you can't even say that word too. YouTube shelves the video. Ugh. It was the C word, and it's not the thing down there, which ladies have, and it's called, because there's family, it's a coin purse. And the women have it, so that means they're in charge of it. Also known as the gatekeeper. But listen to Trudeau. Ugh. Eye roll.
We're going to choose to not go on vacation in Florida or Old Orchard Beach or wherever. We're going to choose to try to buy Canadian products and forego bourbon and other classic American products. And yeah, we're probably going to keep booing the American anthem.
So there you go with the national anthem. This was what I wanted you to see, but it's too long every time they're asking these guys, how much did you spend? One person, she couldn't even figure it out. I guess we don't calculate how much we spend on illegal immigrants. Adams.
Yes, in combination of city agencies and nonprofits, we responded to the migrant asylum seekers humanitarian crisis that hit our city.
How much, sir?
And Mayor Wu, I assume you don't know their status, but do you know if there are
do you know
NGOs
anything?
providing services to people arriving in your city without any kind of documentation?
There are community organizations, many of them in Boston, who seek to serve all of our Boston residents.
So, hey, friends of Boston, no idea. Chicago, 574 million. Denver, 79 million. New York, 7 billion. I'm gonna go with Bob. That's a lot of money that we could have all made in the stock market. Also, be very careful for those of you retail traders that are going all in on everything right now. The last couple of days, here's a chart. Well, I'm going to get rid of myself. Biggest liquidation. Let me move Big Mike here. Biggest liquidation. Do you see a bigger one? See that bar right here? This one. Biggest ever. Everyone got liquidated. So if you guys are deciding to play in this market, it's going to be very dangerous. Also, even on the US dollar. I cannot believe the dollar is crashing. The market is, the dollar was under the 200, which means gold should be good. And let me be more accurate on the dollar. This purple line is the 200. You broke it. Also, on all of these things that I show you, that right there, that is a rising wedge. Bullish or bearish? Is it going to go up or down? It's going to go down. I teach you all about that in my futures course. Right now, I only have 3 videos left. I'm done. I raised the price up and I'm doing wedge. See that right now? That is a rising wedge. It goes up. That means it's going to go down. That means your account goes up. How do you do this? I'm going to do it for you. When it breaks this line right here, which it did, the price target is going to be right there. Oh, hey, look, right on the, really? Boy, bravo, you so smart. Also, for those of you that question me, I taught university. Actually, I still could now, but it's small. My goal is to teach people this and reach as many people as I can. Not just that, what I teach you, you can actually use in life. Shocker, right? And your account goes up. This could actually be your business. Trading is probably one of the coolest businesses ever. What kind of inventory do you have? Nothing. How about the employees? Nothing. What you have to do is have a mouse, have a little knowledge, click the button there, it goes there, you sell, and you make profit. When it goes down here, 789, purple, you take your profit. 789 up here, you take your profit. Also, this is very strong. Strong down. You have a 789 purple, and that's your bounce. Now you're back in this channel going, well, the wrong way. If you want the dollar going up. It ain't going up. Also, this is very bullish on gold, which is way up there. And then I could see it. Remember, it went purple. Everything, it perfectly plays out. People get confused. You said sell. I said take profit. Also, in yesterday's video, did I do the Qs? I said it's going to bounce on that. It did. And if you're like, no, it didn't. Look, that just takes the majority of the trades. Perfect. So, hey, kids, get ready to load up on the swing trade. Also, if you're like, well, do you teach swing trading in your futures course? There it is, Swing Trading 101. I give it all. And it's a beautiful, look how I even dress up for you. You can make money on the NASDAQ, and right now there is so much fear. This is actually one of the lowest spots you can get it, the cheapest. If you want the cheapest, look, right here. It's going back to August. When did we see this again? You keep pulling. Right, where were we? 200, this was January, almost 2022. You guys are there now. Get some money. This was actually a sweet swing trade. All the world is burning and fighting and confused. Make your digits go up. And with that, I love you. I will see you tomorrow.